Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Hot Mom, and today I'll be telling you the story of a Nigerian man in diaspora who is in the eve of his life. Let's just say his name is Ebike, so I'll call him Oga Ebike. Oga Ebike is an elderly man in his early 70s. He is from Bayelsa State. He left Nigeria for the abroad in his late 20s and worked really hard when he got here. Oga Ebike is a very generous man naturally, and he doesn't like seeing people suffer because he himself had been through a lot of hardship. When he got here, he worked his ass out in the cold, working several jobs every day just to make sure he sent money back home to his parents and his siblings and his friends and loved ones. However, right now, his bones have become too weak to work. Of course, he's retired now. He's become so frail to the point that sometimes he trembles and even struggles to balance his frame. In all of this, I could still tell that Oga Ebike was a handsome man. What with his trimmed beards, his well-groomed nails, his well-cut hair, his well-ironed shirts, I could still tell that he has not forgotten his aesthetics. Let me read what Oga Ebike had to say. I wasted the best part of my youth playing God. I foolishly did that for over 30 years of my life. I made a lot of money when I was younger and stronger, but I lacked the financial knowledge. My father was polygamous, and on top of that, he was a wicked man who never really cared about us, the children. My mom had nothing, and so life was very difficult, just as is obtainable in most Nigerian poor families today. Somehow, I managed to find my way abroad through some illegal means and processes, just so I could live a better life and extend my benevolence to my parents and my siblings back home. Oga Ebike also said much of his wealth went to women. He said he had everything the ladies wanted. He had the money. He lived in a nice neighborhood. He had the latest car. He had a nice looking mustache. He had the six packs. And of course, the money was freely flowing. He always wore expensive perfume and enjoyed the nightlife. He said again, I made so much money that I sent a lot of it back home to my parents to build a family house. I also sent to my friends here and there at any given request. These were people that were on my payroll. I paid school fees for many, including their kids. I paid for the university education of countless people. I paid rent. I sent them boxes of clothes and shoes and bags and set up all sorts of businesses for them. We were all surrounded by poverty and suffering when I left. I did all I did for people because I naturally feel fulfillment when I help people in need. I was caught up in the fancy lifestyle also to the point that I forgot to marry, and I forgot that my income wouldn't last forever. I also forgot that over the years, those people back home could have progressed in their various endeavors as well. Hence, I kept sending still. I was overwhelmed wanting to save everyone that I didn't invest in my own future. So sad. Very, very sad. Now, here is the main gist. All those years Oga Ebike was away, he never visited Nigeria. But this particular year, he chose to go visit after being away for over 30 years. And he said, you know what? I got the shock of my life. All those people I thought I was helping, that I thought were suffering, that I had on my payroll, they all had built businesses for themselves and for their families, businesses that were running on autopilot. They had built homes for their families and for themselves. They were all settled in. But he didn't have a family. He didn't have a house. He didn't have nothing to show for all the years of hard work. Some didn't even feel the need to come say hello to him, to welcome him when they heard he was in town. They said they were busy. The hostility he received from his own family members was even so palpable that he kept wondering why. After a few weeks, he took ill and was rushed to the hospital. Now, this was a turning point for him. When he was admitted in the hospital, he was like dumped there. No one came to visit him. No one came to see how he was doing. He was diagnosed with typhoid and malaria, evidently from the food and water, because he'd been away for so long. While Oga Ebike was in the hospital, no family member came to see him. Nobody came to visit him except one friend, one childhood friend, who came and cared for him for some days in the hospital. This same guy helped him to go to the embassy and process his papers so he could quickly be taken out of the country, back to his base so he could be taken care of properly. He got back to his base safely, never to return to Nigeria again, because for him, he doesn't have a family back home. He doesn't have friends back home, except this guy that managed to help take him to the hospital and help him to get out of the country. Today, Oga Ebike is totally dependent on the system for his livelihood because he didn't really invest in his future. Instead, he invested in other people's future. In the next episode, we are going to dissect some of the salient points that we can take home from Oga Ebike's story. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. I also hope you've taken down some salient points for yourselves. See you. Bye.